So I know today she's going to inform us. She will definitely challenge us and perhaps provoke us. I hope you will.
Maybe.
So we'll have some really good conversation. So please join me in welcoming Tamara Chandler.
Oh, thank you. Wow, that was very nice, Linda. Thank you very much. Of course, the one question you should be asking is what sort of a ding-dong launches a consulting company in 2008? So here's what we know about performance management. We start thinking about traditional performance management. It's pretty much a common approach. What's interesting, when you think across the diversity of organizations, the cultures, the maturity, where they are, what you'll find is about 97% of them do the same thing. The processes look pretty similar. I can walk into most organizations now and say, do you do this, 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 and this? And they'll say, uh-huh. And do you have these problems? And they'll say, uh-huh. And then we kind of move forward. So despite the diversity we have in organizations that we work for, we're seeing that it's unilaterally pretty much the same, and it's pretty much understood as everybody, from most perspectives, as a necessary evil. Okay, so here's a very different company. This is Tech.com. Sam smiles because a lot of this is based on a company he and I work with. So this is a company that is fast-moving, forward, leading-edge technology company. Hire mostly systems engineers, young, hard to get them in the door, have to keep them once they get there. They, therefore, have a very strong connection between org performance and rewarding equitably. They need people connected to what they're trying to do and actively trying to make it and get there. So one of the things this organization does is they do quarterly bonuses based on key development milestones. So if we they've got their development plan, if we hit these things, and if you're contributing to that, you're participating in this quarterly bonus. So it's quick, it's moving fast. They don't have a lot going on here because this is just the nature of let me finish and I'll come back. The nature of the organization. But what they've done for developing people is they actually do paired development. Have you guys heard of this?
Is it paired?
Paired. So it'd be like you and I would sit next to each other and we'd code the same code. And I might be more senior than you and I'm coaching you along the way, but you're coming up with new ideas because you just came out of school and you know stuff I don't know. So this is the kind of thing that they're doing, is really trying to kind of build that, like, how do you get good? You partner with somebody and then they'll mix them up and you keep challenging. So that's kind of the way they're going at this, develop people. You want great experience, we're going to part you and mentor you with other people. So there's a lot of things that science is telling us now that are helping us rethink how we build organizations. And because of the technology and because of the speed, you have to do that. You have to start to tear down those things that slowed us down in the past. I mean, I remember when I started, I'm an engineer, I'm an electrical engineer. I started working at Boeing in the 80s. And I remember that life was good, right? You would write a memo and you would handwrite it. And I would send it to my secretary and she would type it up. And then I would proof it and then she would fix it. And then it would go to whoever I was sending it to, the inter-office memo. And then we'd come back in the mail with some response. And in the meantime, I went to the mall or something, I don't know. But it's not like today where everyone's expected to be online and moving. I mean, just the speed of the way that we're moving is just different, and we need organizational models that support that. So understand what it is that people like about what's happening, where they see the opportunity, what's really going on in your organization. In one organization I had, they spent, I kid you not, if you throw in talent reviews, they spent 9 months going through their cycle. And then they hound everybody to try to get the process closed. And then what we learned when we were there, and it wasn't until we did the as-is assessment, we kind of went through a whole mapping with them, we learned that the year before they had force-closed 500 reviews because they had never gotten them closed out. So here they'd spent 9 months, and then they just went into the system and went, nah, 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 nah. There's 500 closed out. So, you kind of need to know those stories, kind of connects to this courage, too, is like if you have those stories that you can start to tell your case about why what it may be happening may not be working very well.